Guys, you won't believe what happened. The FBI refused to partner up to take down these criminals, so I'll just have to do it myself. Today we will be exposing niggas that I've had on Fraud Watch for the longest time. This includes Captain Useless Mid, Renji, and the 5 Kage. Let's work our way up this list from the bottom, starting with the 5 Kage. Alright, so before the Fraud Kage arrive, we see Madara squad wiping the entire Shinobi Islands. Onoki, who just barely survived this massacre by the way, is talking about some "I've gotten myself a worthy opponent." No way your story has just got nuked twice and you still got the balls to be saying this. I mean, look at this man. The fading hasn't even started and you're already looking like girls that wear birthday makeup. Bro couldn't even stand on his own 2 feet and he's here trying to be disrespectful to Madara Uchiha, the GOAT. Hey man, I gotta wrap this up quick. Let's fold these clowns and skedaddle. The tail beasts ain't gonna capture themselves, you know. Aye homie, say less dog. And as soon as the utter annihilation was about to start, the 3rd Raikage and Tsunade make a very dramatic entrance to the scene, kicking Madara and the Tsukage. 11-year-old me was thinking they were about to cook, but boy was I wrong. I don't know who the fuck let these bum ass niggas into the kitchen. You don't look this cool when you're about to catch a fade, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bum ass niggas. 5 bum ass niggas y'all call the 5 Kage, huh? Before I run y'all's pockets, show me what you got. Pretend this is Ninja Got Talent right now. Show me what you got to offer. And this woman goes on to embarrass her own squad by vomiting all over the place. Honestly, if I was on her team and she started spraying her breakfast all over the place, I'll kill her myself. After I kill her, I'll send the Taliban to her grandma's house. Because why in the world would you embarrass me like that, bro? Madara even says this jutsu is too pitiful to absorb. You know, for a minute, it almost looked like they were getting this nigga boxed up, you know? But the moment Madara decided to use 0.001% of his strength, it was raps. He exposed them all. Oh, you niggas thought shit was sweet?
I beg your pardon?
Man, get the fuck out of my face. Matter of fact, hold this fireball jutsu for me real quick. Bro, this is just the 2nd move Madara is doing and they already packed the fuck up. Madara just used the 5 Kage to casually make some steak. So Onoki gives them some Tokno jutsu.
Get up, cocksuckers, it's all over. Listen, we had a...
And they got back up. Alright yo, I'm about to give you a lecture on how to know you're fighting the wrong guy. You know you're fighting the wrong guy when he got his dead orbs implanted on his goddamn chest. Madara got Hashirama implanted on his chest. Now Madara even stops the fight to start roasting Tsunade just after praising her grandfather. You know, I fought your dead granddaddy and he was the real shit, man. I can't lie, he ran my pockets clean. That's why I got his big ass head implanted in my chest right now. But what you got to offer as his descendant other than your big ass boobs? You can't even use no wood style, you can't heal like him. Hell, you clocking 60 and you got no kids to your name. You even let the only man stupid enough to love you get jumped and die. They get to boxing this as a kid was cheering with joy, thinking they finna put homeboy to rest, you know what I'm saying? So now they even got happy as fuck after getting into the middle again, trying to start another jumping session. But this man goes ahead to do one of the most vile things you will see in the entire series. He brings out 5 clones for each of the Kage. My man pulled out the reverse jumping no jutsu. And that's not even the worst part. He goes ahead to ask, do y'all niggas want to see this clothes with Susanoo or not? Man, how could you even do this, man? How could you do this to the 5 Kage? How could the 5 Kage do this to us? They had the entire hopes of the world in their hands. At this point, I don't think I need to show any more fraudulent and disgraceful acts, because we just need to move on. We just need to cover the rest of the characters in this video. Now, before I expose Renji and Eustass kid, I am doing this video so you don't have to, and because the FBI won't deliver justice. I'm doing all this for you. Yes, you watching this right now. You can sleep peacefully at night knowing I got your back. Not all heroes wear capes, so kindly reciprocate by liking the video, subbing to the channel, and let us know what other frauds you would like us to investigate and expose. Anyways, back to the video. Spoiler warning if you ain't caught up on Bleach and you haven't read the One Piece manga, so tread with caution. Up next we have Renji. Now listen, if you ain't watching the 1000-Year Blood War, you need to have your name on this list right now. You need to be featured in this video, because that shit is pure fire. We got all kinds of crazy shit going on. We got Yamamoto being turned into Yam. We got niggas using other niggas to play darts. It's crazy out there, you know? But anyway, this video isn't about the 1,000-year blood war. This is about Renji, the second in command of Squad 7. I don't know who the fuck allowed this crusty ass Vegeta hairline looking ass, smug fake Bankai looking ass, zero wins looking ass, made in Abakaliki tattoos looking ass boy to retain the title of lieutenant despite his failure as a living organism. Where do I even begin with this sorry excuse of a Soul Reaper? Should I start from when he encouraged everyone to fold on sight after seeing a Hollow attack his fellow classmate Hisagi? Or should I start with when he lost to a fucking human substitute Soul Reaper? You know what, as a matter of fact, let's start here. So we all know what happened. Rukia gave Ichigo her dead god powers, which is obviously a crime to the Soul Society, as we all know. After a few months, they send Captain Byakuya and this bum-ass nigga to pick her up. You wanna know what he did? He starts attacking her with his sword. Bro, she don't even got nothing on her. Why are you attacking her right now? You were sent to pick her up and take her back so she could face justice. It's not like she was resisting. It's not like she was fighting back. This nigga just starts swinging his sword at a defenseless woman. He's a misogynist. He hates women. And you want to know the funny part? He was talking about some shit about, oh, I'll let you dodge those. I'll let you dodge those attacks of mine. He proceeds to attack her again. And surprise, surprise, she dodges again and again. Not too long after the disaster class we witnessed from Renji, which you would get used to if you were watching Bleach. Ichigo steps in, and you can tell this nigga listens to Andrew Tate because he starts talking about some dumb alpha male shit, and they get to boxing. Renji lands what? One hit before he begins trash talking again, and Ichigo capitalizes on that. This substitute Reaper turned the tables in a moment's notice, blitzing a fucking hand-picked lieutenant. He got Renji flipping like a KFC patty, bro. Bro was tumbling all over the place, trying to get his balance. After being attacked by, once again, a substitute Soul Reaper who hasn't had his powers for more than 3 months. You, on the other hand, you've had your powers for decades. You've had your powers for years up until this point. You're a lieutenant, you're the second in command in your squad, and you're having problems fighting a human Soul Reaper who hasn't had his powers as long as you have. This brother should be at KFC flipping burgers, man. Honestly, I can really go on Renji. In fact, he could make a video of his own. I mean, I could make a 15-minute video talking about Renji's fraud moment to further solidify his status, but I mean, I just gotta move on, man. I just gotta move on. In as much as I can bring in so many moments to solidify his fraud status, I'll just go with one more example because this nigga can make a video of his own. The next example I'm gonna bring is his Bankai. I know what you're thinking. How can his Bankai prove his fraudulence? Because his Bankai is a fraud too. Now, a Bankai is basically the final release of your weapon. It's the final release of your Zanpakuto. You can't fully be called a death god without a Bankai. But of course, there are a few exceptions like, you know, the monster, Kenpachi. But that's not the point. The point is, you can't really have much relevance as a Soul Reaper without having Bankai. Would you believe me if I told you this man was walking around with a fake Bankai for more than 300 episodes?
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Come on, Martian, that's insane. No, it's not, because Renji is the one that was walking around with a fake Bankai. It's not like he got his Zanpakuto from Gigi or eBay. His Zanpakuto was the real deal. He basically got the scammer get scam treatment by his own Zanpakuto. And honestly, this is something he should have figured out on his own, because it's not like his Bankai was anything to write home about. The very first time he used his Bankai, it got completely destroyed by Byakuya. I mean, Byakuya is a captain, but he basically did nothing in that fight. He did absolutely nothing. He didn't even show any battle prowess in that fight. He was just completely annihilated. And this was the first time we saw his Bankai, by the way. And do you know what Renji did about all this? He settled for it. He settled for less, because that's the kind of man Renji is. He did not strive to make his Bankai better. He did not strive to, you know, keep talking to Zabimaru, who, by the way, is the soul that is in his sword. I know it's weird, but that's basically how Bleach works. And it's crazy. Renji trained for such a long time. We never saw anything similar happen to anyone else in the entire series. But anyways, that's enough of Renji. Next up on the list, we have a character who is just unfortunate. He is the victim of pure bad luck, and honestly, he shouldn't be on this list. I mean, don't get me wrong, I genuinely have him on fraud watch for sure, but I don't think he is, part of the final fraud squad, if you know what I mean. And the only reason he is in this video is because he happens to enter the worst situations and he has very minimal wins, if we're being honest. Can give a pass, on a good day. But let me hear what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think our boy Eustass kid is a fraud, or do you think he's just a victim of circumstance? Anyways, let's go ahead and bring forth the evidence for why he is in this video. Eustass kid fraud moments. Bro was literally enslaved. Kaido don't gave him that African American treatment. He lost his arm to Ben Beckman. I mean, Ben Beckman is no pushover, but Ben Beckman is the vice captain of Shanks. And this should be sounding very reasonable. I mean, he lost his arm to, the second strongest in the Red Hair Pirates crew. Until you find out that Ben Beckman uses a gun. He uses a flipping gun. How do you lose your arm to someone who uses a gun? How many times did he shoot you in your arm? And it's not like you got the toothpick arms. It's not like you got my kind of arms, This nigga got thick ass arms, bro. He looks like he goes to the gym every day, but he lost his arm to someone who shoots bullets. How did your arm get cut off by someone who shoots guns? How does your arm get cut off by someone who slings guns? And you lost your arm to the second strongest in the crew, right? And you were still dumb enough to challenge Shanks. Why would you do that? I mean, I know Luffy does it all the time, but you already know he is the main character. You do not have that privilege, but you still go ahead to challenge these characters and you get folded. And the height of it all was when he got his own subordinates begging Shanks to take everything they had ever worked for. They were begging Shanks to take the most important treasure you could have as a pirate in the bowl of One Piece. They begged Shanks to take one of their pornoglyphs, well, the only pornoglyph they had, just to spare their lives. This is the worst thing that could happen to any crew that is aspiring to actually get the One Piece, because how do you lose a pornoglyph? If you acquire a pornoglyph, if you're going to lose a pornoglyph, you should lose it in a bloody fight where all your crew members die, right? Or most of your crew members get wiped out. But you got these niggas begging, please take our pornoglyphs, take it all. But please keep us, leave us alive. And it's just really sad out here because I actually do like Kid. I'm sure y'all could already tell, by how I was already talking about him. But this is just sad to see, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, that brings us to the end of this video. Like and sub for more. Don't forget to comment who you think should be in another fraud list. Also comment what kind of videos you want us to be making. We have a Jujutsu Kaisen video coming real soon and planning on making something on Adventure Time. Let us know if you're going to, like watching that, because I'm going to try to deliver it, I'm going to try to make it work. The Molecule Man video is coming, I promise. I know I posted something about it and I never followed through, but it's coming. It's coming. In very, very soon, y'all can see the Molecule Man video. Anyways, thanks for watching the video and I hope to see you next time.